Hello everyone. Hi, my name is Tracy. I'm a member of 5 Dinners 1 Hour, and I'm getting ready to prep 3 meals for my family live with you. So as you hop on, say hello, let me know where it is that you are joining me from, and I'm gonna get everything out here and ready to go, and we're gonna be prepping some meals together. Hello. Hello everyone. Thank you so much for hopping on, those that are joining me right now. It's 8:30 my time. I'm on the western side of the US, I'm in Arizona. So I was trying to catch some people that this might be a good time for them, right? I just got home after dinner and practices and all of that. Well, we did dinner beforehand, but then, sports practice and all that, and now we're home. And I'm gonna take just this few minutes to get 3 meals prepped for my family. We are 5 dinners in 1 hour, but you don't always have to prep 5 meals. Today, I'm going to be prepping only 3 meals, and I wanna show you how it goes. And before I get too far along, I do wanna let you know, and I'll be telling you more about the program as I go, but wanted to let you know that 5 Dinners 1 Hour has a coupon code right now, 10 off, 10OFF. 1:30 in West Virginia. Hello, Christy. Yeah, I wasn't sure, or 1:30, I'm sorry, 11:30. I wasn't sure if this would be a good time or not, but I wanted to give it a try because, for me, this is when I'm getting home and I can okay, day's done, and maybe this is a good time for me to, prep some meals and stuff like that, or maybe a good time to scroll through the TikTok and the social media world and all of that. So I wanted to say hello and hop on and show you guys about prepping these meals for my family. So thank you so much for joining me. 169 of you on right now, which is awesome. If you're not following 5 Dinners 1 Hour on TikTok, be sure to go ahead and do that. Hello, Reagan. Thanks for joining me. So please be sure and join us. Make sure you're following 5 Dinners 1 Hour. You definitely, after the live, you want to be here to hear all of this, but after the live, you definitely want to scroll through the 5 Dinners 1 Hour TikTok, see all the tips and tricks. You get to see other people prepping their meals, all sorts of different things. So definitely be sure and check that out. And again, I mentioned this earlier, but 5 Dinners 1 Hour has a coupon code right now, 10 off, which will save you $10, 10OFF. Can a couple of you stick that in the comments for me so people can see it? 10 off, 10OFF. Because I don't want anyone to miss out on saving $10, right? 100%. Code 10 off. Thank you, Christy. Thank you so much. So I'm only prepping 3 meals today. I actually prepped 5 meals for my family on Sunday, and today's Tuesday, and we've actually eaten quite a few of those already. So I'm gonna go ahead and front load the back end of my week. Because we did double up on a couple of days just because of our schedules. So I'm gonna front load the back end of my week, and we're gonna keep going. So you can build your menu as many times as you would like during the week. I built a menu of 5 meals to prep on Sunday, and I built a menu today of 3 meals to prep, and it's Tuesday. So there's no limit once you're a member. And you can go ahead, oh, thank you, Reagan. Thank you, I can't see, Mountain Mama. Thank you, Mountain Mama. I'm sorry, it's in the white, so it's hard for me to see. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get started prepping these meals. 5 Dinners 1 Hour is a prep ahead meal plan system. So what they do is they give you recipes and super simple step-by-step instructions. You get new recipes every single month, and when you start, you always have a minimum of 60 recipes to choose from, depending on the plan you choose. So a minimum of 16, and let me turn that off really fast. So I'm not going to be accepting anyone to join me on my live, but thanks for hopping on and saying hello. Love that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first recipe that I'm making, we've got a classic plan and a clean eating plan, and and each of those plans gives you 20 new recipes every month, but you always have 60 to start, which is amazing. But anyway, and now is the perfect time to join, because right now, it's June, right? So you have your June recipes, but because you always have 3 months worth of recipes, you also have your May recipes and your April recipes. But on the last day of the month, which is Friday, on Friday, the April recipes go away and you get the July recipes. So if you join right now today, you're gonna get basically a bonus month of recipes. Amazing. Fantastic. You totally want to do that because you'll still get to see the April recipes, and you can save them. You can totally save them and build, like with 5 Dinners 1 Hour, you can save all of your favorite recipes or recipes you want to try and kind of build your own personal recipe box, which is amazing. Love that. So 10 off, 10OFF, use that coupon code. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. So my first meal that I am prepping is slow cooked barbecue chicken chili. And I am a family of 3 and I'm doing a serving size of 3 on all of my recipes today. Now, and I'll show you when I'm done how I've gone ahead and labeled the bags and everything, but I've got everything labeled and I know what I need to eat it by and everything else. Like my chicken today, it's used by July 4th. I purchased the chicken today. The use by date on the meat was July 4th. I have put that on my bag so I know this is gonna stay fresh and good for me as long as I use it by July 4th, which is next Tuesday. I'm definitely gonna be through these meals way before then. Okay. So first up, we're doing the slow cooked barbecue chicken chili, which is from our classic recipe. And here are my assembly instructions. This is how easy this program is, you guys. You ready? Add all ingredients to a large zipper bag, zip to seal. That's literally it. So I'm just going to start dumping things in. This is actually, they actually even label this kind of meal as a dump dinner because it's just that easy. You're literally dumping ingredients into the bag. And it called for frozen chopped onions and frozen chopped bell peppers. And for whatever reason, I can get onions in my area frozen and chopped, but I can't get bell peppers. But I like to just get the combo blend, and then I just put it all in together. So that works out well. You use what you have for sure, every single time. Reagan, it's so easy. I know, Reagan, how long have you been a member of this program? A really long time, right? I've been a member about 7 years, but I'm pretty sure you've been a member, gosh, a long time. From Sunday, what is my favorite meal that I've had so far? Oh, we had the sheet pan pork bites. Those were like, I mean, I thought they were gonna be good. I wouldn't have chosen them if I didn't think they were gonna be good, right? But they were so good. So good. I loved it. I didn't measure, and I did go a little heavy on the rosemary. So I'll go a little lighter on that one next time, but it was my fault. I didn't measure it. But it was really good. I actually really liked it. So the rosemary flavor was a little strong for my daughter, but again, that was my fault, not the recipe's fault. Reagan, you've been a member about 5 years. I knew you'd been a member a long time. That's awesome. How long can you freeze cooked rice in a meal for? Well, generally, when our recipes call for rice, they call for the already frozen rice. So I don't know that I've seen a freezer recipe that I've had to add cooked rice to. So, okay, I'm gonna keep going and dumping my ingredients in here. Get my barbecue sauce going because it is a slow cooked barbecue chicken chili. And it gives you exact measurements on all this, y'all. But like I mentioned with the rosemary earlier, I'm a measure with my heart kind of gal. So I generally know about what things are. Okay, so anyway, so I've got that in there, but there are certain items that I measure every time, and one of them is about to go in this recipe. Where'd it go? Chili powder. I measure chili powder every single time. I measure chili powder and I measure cayenne pepper every single time. Because I have made the mistake of going a little heavy because I'm like, oh, that looks about right. We like spice. And it was a new bottle of chili powder. It was actually this one. And my family was like, it's delicious, but it's a lot. So anyway, that's how it goes, right? That is how it goes. Okay, now you can get all of our recipes over on our website, 5dinnersonehour.com. Use the numbers, 5dinnersonehour.com, or click the link in the bio. You can get all of these recipes there. This is actually an April recipe, so this is one of those recipes that if you want this recipe, you need to join and become a member right now so that you can have this recipe, because on Friday, as of Friday, it will not be there anymore. So you definitely want to get in on this. Okay, and put in our diced tomatoes. I don't even need a can opener for this can of fire roasted diced tomatoes because it has one of those pulley tops, which I kind of dig. Gonna get this in here. It's gonna be a pretty full bag. I'm gonna smush it down a little bit. There we go. Okay, there we go. I'm using half-gallon bags because I'm a serving size of 3, and generally serving size of 3 fits pretty well into half-gallon bags. This one I could have stood to go with a gallon size bag, but it'll be good. We got it. Now, 5 dinners an hour teaches you to shop your fridge, freezer, and pantry first. And so because of that, this recipe calls for pinto beans. I did not have any pinto beans, any canned pinto beans on hand, but I have about 759,000 cans of black beans. So I'm using one of my cans of black beans. And I'm just gonna go ahead and drain this really fast. Normally I would do this over the sink, but I don't wanna run back and forth. So I've just got a bowl right here, a paper bowl. Now, because I'm about making cleanup as little as I possibly can. And I will tell you, my daughter snacked on some tortilla chips out of this little paper bowl, and it was destined for the trash. And I'm like, no, I will drain beans into it. Then I can empty them into the sink. And then it can go in the trash, and I have one less bowl to wash. So there we go. When I'm prepping, I like to stick my recyclable ingredients behind me just because it's easier. I did forget to get myself, I normally have a kitchen towel with me, but I forgot, so I just grabbed a paper towel really fast. All right, so let's go ahead and unclippy dip our bag here. You guys, this is a full bag. It's a lot of food. And then we're gonna zip that together. And then we're gonna give it just a little smush and whoosh and get everything combined. It all goes in there together. And there we go. It's been just a couple of minutes. And I've got my slow cooked barbecue chicken chili. Look at all that food, all the chicken I put the chicken in first. I do my meats first just so you don't have to wash my hands 7 million times. And it goes faster. If you put all your meats in your containers first, it goes way faster. Hey, Sassy Santa Girl. It is so full, right? But it's holding up. Way to go, great value brand bag. So anyway, this barbecue chicken chili was off of our classic plan. If I had to purchase all of the ingredients that I needed for that one, it would have cost me $15.45 for a serving size of 3. Not bad. Not bad at all because, you know, $5 a serving is pretty good. And definitely a lot more veg. And I know what's in here and a lot healthier than what I'll find at the grocery store. And that also includes all of my sides. And the sides, we're gonna serve this with a green salad and a dollop of sour cream, cheddar cheese. Those are optional items and they're listed as optional items. And all of those ingredients, the side ingredients as well, and we're gonna add some chicken broth to this day of. It's all listed on my instructions. And it's all listed as part of my grocery list and it's all in the right amounts. Because I was able to go and pick my recipe and change it to a serving size of 3. Because you can adjust it to any size you want, 1 to 999. You pick. But if you're prepping for 999, you should probably call for backup because we would love to help. Because that's a lot. But if you've got a big party and you're doing that, like you go, but I want to know about it. Okay, so anyway, so my instructions for this were super easy. It's also labeled as a dump recipe. This is also a freezable recipe, so if I wanted to, I could take the air out of this, pop this in the freezer. It would do great. Add all ingredients to a large zipper bag, zip to seal. That's what I did. And then on cook day, it's super easy. Pour my prepped mixture and broth into the slow cooker, and then it tells me what temperature and how long. And then it tells me to shred my chicken before serving, which when it's been in the slow cooker, you can generally just take tongs and go, and then it'll be good. And then, you know, add sour cream and cheese to taste. Again, those were optional, and serve with salad. That's how easy it is. It's so step by step. It's so paint by numbers. You can 100% like get this done easy. And if you're not a cook, it's super simple. And if you are a cook, such a nice break, right? Such a nice break from all those years of cooking. So anyway, it would have cost me, we talked about it would have cost me $15.45. But because I shopped my fridge, freezer, and pantry first, like you saw, I used black beans instead of pinto beans. That was the only change I made, but it only cost me $7.17 because I didn't need much. What did I need? I needed the salad and the sour cream, which I'm sharing with another recipe, and the chicken. Those were the only 3 ingredients that I needed for this recipe. And honestly, if I didn't need the sour cream for another recipe, I probably would have just skipped it all together. But I got 1 container and I'm sharing it between 2 recipes. So you use things, you have way less waste, which is amazing. Love it. $7. $7 is gonna feed my family. And honestly, like this is probably gonna be more than 3 servings for us. That's a lot of food. Like if y'all could feel how heavy this is, holy cow, the servings, people ask how the servings are, and I'm telling you what, they are so generous. So I'm gonna set this right here so y'all can see, and we're gonna move on to our second recipe. Now, our second recipe is broiled steak with blue cheese potatoes. Now, when I'm getting ready to prep my meals, I like to put everything into, all of the ingredients for one recipe into a container, into a bin. I just got these bins at the Dollar Tree, y'all. They're super cheap and I've had them for years. They wash up real easy. It's great. But what I love about that, what I love about having everything in a bin is, one, if I'm too busy chatting or a kid comes in and needs something or something happens, I know what ingredients I haven't used yet. Because who's been in the middle of making dinner and they're like, did I put the salt in that or not? Right? We've all been there because something in life, in our families, in our households happened. And so now I know if it's in my bin, I still need to use it. And also it just helps me make sure that I have everything and have everything where I need it. Just got here. How long have I been on? Hello in Colorado Springs. I just hopped on about 13 minutes ago. I just finished 1 meal. Yeah, so it's an online service. You have full access to the recipes. You choose as many recipes as you would like. Be sure and use that code 10OFF, 10OFF, to save yourself $10. It is a quarterly subscription. So the second you log in, as soon as you've purchased it, you log in, you set up your credentials when you purchase. So make sure you notice that. You make note of what email address you used and what the password you set up was. You just can go in and log in and you have instant access to everything. But pro tip, up when you first join, up at the top, there's this red button and it says video tutorials. There's a couple videos on there. They're only a couple minutes long a piece and totally worth watching, because then you're going to be like, oh, I'm instantly a pro and I totally know how to use this program. It's amazing. Does it have healthy meals? 100%. The meal I just made was from our classic plan and I still think it was pretty healthy. And I'm making, my next 2 recipes are from our clean eating plan. So next up, I'm doing broiled steak with blue cheese potatoes. Super excited. And again, if you have particular dietary restrictions or anything like that, you can always make changes where it's needed for those. All right, so broiled steak with blue cheese potatoes. Now this one I spent a little more on because I bought steaks. But I chose to buy steaks as something fun. I could have chosen to do a meatless meal to keep my costs down, or I could have chosen whatever. And I did keep my costs down on my chicken recipes by, what I did was I bought, my first recipe called for chicken breasts, and my third recipe that I'll get to in a little bit, it's over here, called for chicken tenderloins. And so all I did was take a couple of those breasts, slice them into tenderloin sized pieces and put them in there. And I bought 1 package of chicken. And so my package of chicken cost me $10.46, but I get to split that between 2 recipes. So it only cost me $5.23 for the protein in each of my recipes. Yep, we're gonna have some blue cheese potatoes. I'll show you in a minute. And it's just a topping for the potatoes, which if you're not a blue cheese person, you could use feta. You can use whatever you like or leave it out. Like, totally your call. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get my steaks going. And here's my assembly instruction. My first assembly instruction is add first 4 ingredients to a large zipper bag. I've already got my steaks in there. Zip to seal and squish around to mix. Okay. And then... okay, y'all, Montreal steak seasoning that I absolutely love. I swear by the McCormick brand, just FYI. You could totally do whatever. But we were talking over on, there's a community group over on Facebook, which if you ever have any questions, want information from members or things like that, it is a great place to go. 5 dinners, 1 hour community. 5 dinners, 1 hour community. Great place to go. And we were talking about ingredients that we're brand loyal to, and a lot of people like are super brand loyal to like mayonnaise or whatever, but I am super brand loyal to Montreal steak seasoning. So anyway, and here's another thing that I made a slight modification on. It calls for minced garlic, which I would have loved to have used. I was out of minced garlic. I like to buy the jar of pre-minced garlic. I don't happen to have any fresh garlic right now, and I had ordered it with my grocery pickup. What I didn't realize until I got home that the bottle had kind of exploded and gone everywhere, so I ended up not having minced garlic. So I just added some garlic powder to get that garlic flavoring. You also love the McCormick brand. Yes, seasoning is everything. Love it, love it. Everybody loves this seasoning, right? The McCormick Montreal steak seasoning. And so here's another example though. A lot of you love this seasoning. It's something you would already have on hand, right? So you wouldn't need to buy this. You would already have it on hand because you're shopping your fridge, freezer, and pantry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. So I was supposed to add my first 4 ingredients, and I'm just gonna give everybody, I should zip it first, huh? And give everybody a zip around and a squish so that everything gets marinated. Now we are a family of 3, these steaks are huge. I've only got 2 steaks, it's going to be more than enough protein for us, for my family. And steaks are expensive. And these are gonna be served with broccoli. We're gonna use just cook up some frozen broccoli. You could totally do fresh if you would prefer, but frozen's fast and easy and it's in my freezer and I don't have to worry about it. And we're gonna be serving these with the potatoes. So the steak portion, ready to go, well seasoned. It's gonna start to tenderize a little bit. It's gonna be awesome. You love our recipes and so does your husband. That's fantastic. I already cooked the slow cooked barbecue chicken chili from the classic plant from April, and I am currently doing the broiled steak with blue cheese potatoes from the clean eating plan. All right, so I'm gonna get my potatoes. I do have 3 potatoes, and I've already washed them. Can you even see this one's still a little damp? So then it tells me to wrap my potatoes in foil, and that's because my potatoes are I'm gonna put my potatoes in the slow cooker in the morning, and then I'm gonna broil my steaks afterwards. And if you take potatoes that you've wrapped in foil, or if you don't wanna use foil, you can just put the potatoes straight into your slow cooker with like half a cup of water, and you cook them on low. They are going to be a lovely, lovely, soft, delicious baked potato for you when you are ready for it. So I'm gonna do this part, but again, if you don't like cooking in foil, then you could totally just put these directly in your slow cooker with about a half cup of water. Totally would work out. You totally messed up choosing classic clean eating fits your family better. Well, you know what you could do is you could upgrade to the combo. And with that combo, then you'll have both, right? Because you'll have the classic, but then you'll have some of the clean eating recipes as well, and you get the best of both worlds, right? But also, if you join the combo, they're gonna give you 170 cold lunch recipes as well. You guys, 170 cold lunch recipes. These things are amazing, especially it's summer. And anyone else's kids trying to eat them out of house and home, right? Or if you can just make up some of these, you can add them to your grocery list. You can adjust your serving size on those as well. It generates onto your comprehensive grocery list just with everything else. You have all of the ingredients you need for those. And you make up those meals when you're prepping. The kids can prep them super easy. And then you have them in the fridge ready to go. And they're like, what's for lunch? And you're busy working. I don't know if any of the rest of you, my husband and I both work from home. Most times he's in the office a small percentage of the time, but you know, anybody else busy working and the kids are home and all the things. And you're like, just go grab your lunch. Like you're cool. Do I get to choose the meals or is it set each week? You absolutely get to choose the meals. Yeah, it's fantastic. Okay. Ooh, air fryer for potatoes. Awesome. I am not an air fryer pro by any stretch, and I do not claim to be. Okay, so next up, we're gonna make our sauce-ish thing, our blue cheese sauce. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get this going in here. And I told you I got 1 container of sour cream that I'm using in the first recipe, right? For anybody who wants a dollop of sour cream on top of their chili, right? We've got that. And here we're gonna make up a flavored sour cream, which is where our blue cheese is coming in case anybody wants that for their potato. And the nice thing about this is like, Say you and your partner love blue cheese and your kids are like, ew, and they don't have to put it on there, but you still get it. It's great. Love it. Okay, so anyway, so we've got that. We're gonna add our blue cheese crumbles to it. Yes, it's a database of different meals. Yeah, and you know what? It's great for picky eaters. We hear a lot about people with picky eaters that love it. Is anyone on here a member that has picky eaters in their house? As a matter of fact, Abby preps live, and she'll be live again on Sunday. She might be live with her mom on Saturday, I'm not sure. But she'll be live, no, Abby will be live tomorrow, I believe. Yes, tomorrow or Thursday. Anyway, it'll be posted. It'll be posted after this live. There will be another live event announced. And Abby will be live, and she is a picky eater, a self-proclaimed picky eater, and she will 100% tell you all about it and all of the ways that you can make modifications and stuff like that, because you control your ingredients. No, you don't have to put any water. If you've got the potatoes wrapped in foil, you don't have to put water. Okay, tip, green onions. If you leave a lot of the white intact and they have, you know, the little roots on the bottom, and you put them in water and you change out your water every other day and have it where it gets a little bit of sunlight, they will regrow for you. I did not buy green onions. So I'm just gonna clip some off, put those back in my windowsill when I'm done. And it says to chop the green onions, but I'm just going to scissor them because I already have dirty scissors. And my knife is still clean, so he may just get put back. I'm gonna put him over there so he stays clean, because I don't think I have anything else that I have to chop for these recipes. All right, because I'm all about the least dirty dishes possible. And that's another thing that I absolutely adore about this program, is that I am making my mess tonight. And now for the next 3 nights, or 5 if I was doing 5, like, I don't have a messy kitchen to clean up. I have the dish we cooked in and the plates we ate off of. And if I'm really not feeling it, we can eat on paper. There is our delicious sour cream. That's gonna go with that. Oh, ready to go. Okay. All right. And then that's it. So we've got our broiled steak with blue cheese potatoes. We got our potatoes over here. Can you see them? And we've got our yummy blue cheese sour cream that's gonna go with it. That's meal number 2 done. I've been live for 25 minutes. We've been chatting a ton. 25 minutes, I've got 2 meals prepped. I'm gonna get another one done, and I'm gonna be done in just a couple of minutes, you guys. It's gonna be so fast. You are gonna be amazed. And then I'm gonna show you at the end what all it takes to clean up, all of my dirty dishes, everything. And you're gonna see just how easy this is and life-changing, and you're gonna wanna run over and join 5 Dinners 1 Hour. 5dinnersOneHour.com, or click the link in the bio and be sure to use that coupon code 10OFF, 10OFF. Christy, yes, you have 3 picky eaters. Yes, and Christy, you've been a member a while, and it works for you. And are your picky eaters picky about different things? Like, do you get to mix it up? Can you be like, leave out the carrots for one or whatnot? There was a video of Lisa prepping that I saw the other day, a time lapse, and I saw that she put mushrooms on only one of the chicken breasts and not on the rest of them. And so I was like, oh, someone in the family likes mushrooms and the others don't. Like, it's just that easy, right? To make those quick subs. Okay, so for the broiled steak, now again, steak is expensive, right? If I had to buy everything, it would have cost me $25.38, so $8.46. Still $8.46 for a steak and potato dinner. It's also gonna be served with broccoli, steak, potatoes, and broccoli. Pretty good deal, right? I didn't have to buy everything. I spent $19.52 because steaks are expensive, but that was a splurge I wanted to make this week, and so $6.50. Yes, you omit the things they don't like, or they can just pick it out. I understand that too. Okay, so anyway, our last meal that we're gonna get ready to make is our tangy broiled chicken tenders. Now again, I saved a little money by buying just one thing of thin cut breasts, using the whole breasts in my first recipe that called for whole breasts, and just taking a second to slice up my other breast into tender sized pieces. and it saved me like $7 or $8. So I'm all about it. So this is another dump dinner, super easy. And here are my instructions. Add all ingredients to a large zipper bag, zip and squish to mix. My chicken tenderloins are already in here. I'm gonna go ahead and add my zesty Italian dressing. Okay. And I'm gonna keep adding my ingredients. Hold on. You did get your kids to eat the Chinese chicken salad today for lunch, and you call that a huge win. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know that Chinese chicken salad is one of my favorites. I think, what month was the Chinese chicken salad? Was it May? I don't think it was June. I think it was a May recipe. I have already made that thing like 4 times. We are massive fans of the Chinese chicken salad. Massive fans. It is so good. And Chinese chicken salad is, fun fact, one of my very favorite things to get out. Okay. That's it, you guys. This recipe is done. This recipe is, we're just marinating our proteins on this one. We're gonna be serving it with green beans, carrots, and brown rice. Those are all things that are gonna cook real quickly in our microwave. They're steamable packages, and that's it. So the tangy broiled chicken tenders would have cost me $14.08 with the green beans, carrots, and brown rice if I had to buy everything. I actually already had the green beans, carrots, and brown rice. See, look here, here's the rest of my carrots. I used part of them in another recipe. And I already had all that, so I only had to pay for the chicken for this recipe. So this recipe cost my family of 3 $5.23. Super excited. So here are my meals that I've made in less than 30 minutes. We've got, while chatting the whole time, slow cooked barbecue chicken chili, broiled steak with blue cheese baked potatoes, and tangy broiled chicken tenders. Now, I'm gonna show you guys my dirty dishes. I'm gonna tell you what all it is that I have to wash, and then I'm gonna pull you closer and show you a little more how I've written on the bags, all of the things. Now, I did not end up needing to even use my knife, so I'm just gonna put him away right here because I decided to use my scissors that I was already using. So now, here are my dirty dishes. Ready? I have a measuring spoon. I have, what are these? Kitchen shears. I have a mixing spoon. And I have, well, my paper bowl that's getting thrown out. And then I have just the little drainer that I use to drain off my beans. These are my dirty dishes. That's it. And for the next 3 nights, the only dirty dishes that I have are the dish I cooked in and the plates we ate off of. So the dish I cooked in for the slow cooker barbecue chicken chili is gonna be the slow cooker. For the broiled steak with blue cheese potatoes is gonna be a sheet pan. The tangy broiled chicken tenders, also gonna be a sheet pan. That's it. That's it. That's all the cleanup I have to do. My kitchen stays clean. And yes, people still live here. It's amazing. And it makes cleanup not a big deal, and no one minds cleaning up after dinner because it's not a big deal. I will say that about 92% of the time, maybe even 98% of the time, it's my husband. He does it. I put away any food and he takes care of the kitchen, but he gets it all done in like 5 minutes. It's no big deal. You're having that salad tomorrow. Are the meals for crock pot only, or do we use pans? No, we have slow cooker, broiler, grill, baked dishes and casserole dishes. There's skillet meals. There's whatever you want. But if there's a specific cooking method that you want to use, you can search for that. There's a button that says slow. You're like, I want all slow cooker meals. Then you press that slow cooker button and it pulls up those slow cooker meals for you. So good. So good. So that's all I have to clean up, right? And then I'm going to show you, I have to put all of my ingredients away, right? That I've used. So I told you guys at the beginning that I like to use these bins, right? And I put all of my ingredients for each recipe into a bin. And again, you don't have to have this. You can just totally put them in a spot on the counter. But I like the bins because if I get distracted, if something happens when I'm prepping a recipe, someone comes up, they need something from me, I stop and I'm like, did I add the salt? You don't want to over add the salt. What did you do? I know, because if it's left in my bin, I haven't used it yet, right? But then when I'm done with the bin and it's totally empty, I take my empty bin and I put it in front of me. And the one I put on the right gets all the stuff that goes back in my fridge and freezer. And then when I'm done with my second recipe, I put one on the left, and all of that stuff goes back into my pantry or spice cabinet. So literally, to clean up this, I am going to take my meals, put them in the fridge. I'm going to walk with this over to the fridge and freezer. All of this total is going to take me about 2 minutes. And I'm going to spend about another 45 seconds putting all of my spices back. Or if I have to put some things back in the pantry. Same thing. So easy. So, super simple, super easy. Love all of the recipes. Like I said, I've been a member for about 7 years. And it's fantastic. I have the family combo. And I love the family combo because I get the classic recipes. I get the clean eating recipes. I have all of the things, right? I have all of that at my disposal. So I have 120 recipes to choose from at all times. But plus, with that combo plan, if you join that combo plan, they're also going to give you 170 cold lunch recipes. Now, those don't rotate. That's just a gift, right? But it's amazing. It's an amazing gift. And 170 recipes, you are not going to get tired or bored of those anytime soon. Let me bring you a little closer so I can read more of what's going on. Oh, thank you to everyone that shared this live. Appreciate it. You're new here. Do they offer gluten-free options? Fantastic question. Every meal that I have prepped here, I'm gluten-free. Every meal that I have prepped here tonight has been gluten-free. So do they have specifically a button that you can press to get just gluten-free? No. But you control your ingredients. So you know what you're using, right? I use like Sanjay soy sauce. I use a gluten-free flour if something needs flour. I use these pork panko breadcrumbs. Like, you get the ingredients that you know and trust. Like, if I pick out a pizza, I use Char's brand pizza crusts. So you know what ingredients you trust. And if it calls for pizza crust, you're going to buy the Char's or whichever one it is that you like. Do they have meat-free, additive-free meals? So it sounds like you're going to want our clean eating plan. But there are some meatless options. There's not a fully meatless plan by any stretch. You can always sub out your proteins, right? I love to do chickpeas or lentils or things like that if there's a recipe that I want, but I'm not digging on the meat that day. 100%. You just looked at the clean eating plan, but you're a little confused. Okay, how can I help you? What is the confusion so I can try and clear that up for you? Is it a monthly membership? Can you try it out for a few months? Yes, you can try it out for a few months. It is a quarterly membership. So you're going to so with that code 10OFF, 10OFF, you're going to use that code 10OFF, and then you're going to get that plan for $26. So for the next 90 days, you're going to have full access to that for that, and you've only paid that $26 once. Then after that, when it does renew, what I would recommend is that you set a note for yourself. So it's 75 days. You go, how am I liking this plan? And I'm pretty sure you're going to be like, this is the greatest. My life is forever changed, and you're going to be cool. But if you're like, I don't use it. I thought I would use it and I haven't used it. Then you're in full control of your account and you can cancel it. But it will auto renew at the 90th day. But you know exactly when that's going to happen. So that's what's nice about that. What other questions do you guys have about 5 dinners, 1 hour? Again, so it's a prep ahead meal plan system. It's a website, right? So it's a database. So you're getting all of this information from. It's super duper simple. On every recipe, you've got here are your cook day instructions and your cook day ingredients. Here are your assembly ingredients, and here are your assembly instructions. And that was what I was reading off to you as I went. Super duper simple. Getting this for you and your mom. You were talking about meal prepping together. That's fantastic. I love that. I'm so glad that you're doing that. And do it today, right? Because 1, you want to save that $10 with the 10 off. But 2, you want to get that extra month worth of recipes, right? Because those April recipes go away. They will not be there on Friday. So get them now before you forget. Are there more than just dinners, like breakfasts and lunches? So if you get that combo plan, it's going to come with 170 cold lunch recipes, right? Which amazing, love. It's going to come with that, but Once you're a member, there are some bundles you can pick out with breakfast and stuff like that are just kind of one-time bundles. Do we have an app? We do have an app. The app is for members only. So if you get the app, you're going to be like, I can't do anything in the app if you're not a member yet. All right. What other questions do you guys have about 5 dinners, 1 hour? I'm telling you what, I save so much money. That $26 that you will spend to join the classic or the clean eating plan, I save more than that every single week. I used to spend $150 on this was 7 years ago, so imagine what it would be like in today's dollars. I used to spend $150 every single week at the grocery store. Now, my family budget is a total of $450 for the month. I spend $75 at the grocery store every single week, and I spend $150 at Costco once a month. And for me, that also includes household items. So if I need paper towels, toilet paper, dish soap, whatever that is, that's all part of that. So I can do this 7 years later on less money than I did before, and I'm not wasting food or any of that, but that includes everything that I need. So because I keep my dinner prices so low, I'm good on everything else. Can you meal prep with these meals? That's what I've been doing, is meal prepping with these meals. Can I freeze them as well? Yeah, you can absolutely freeze them. They're even marked the ones that can be frozen are marked freezable. And so the slow cooker barbecue chicken chili was marked freezable that I made, and the tangy broiled chicken tenders was marked freezable. So they're totally freezable. And yeah, you choose the ingredients and so that you know what works for you. Absolutely. Also, if you have Instacart in your area and you like to use Instacart, it also links with Instacart if you want to use that feature as well. So your grocery list is uploaded. You've put in the serving size that you want that works for your family, anywhere from 1 to 999. And you're good to go, and you can just click that button and have it upload to Instacart as well. It is awesome. How much is it? With the code 10 off right now, 10OFF, you will save $10. And so the classic or the clean eating plan will cost you $26. What about veggies to go with what I prepped? The sides are also included, and they're part of your grocery list. So the slow cooker barbecue chicken chili one is loaded with veggies already, and it's going to be served with a green salad. The broiled steak is also being made with blue cheese baked potatoes, and we're also serving that with broccoli. And again, that's in my freezer. And the tangy broiled chicken tenders are being served with green beans, carrots, and brown rice. It's all there. You just don't always have to prep it all the day before. Sometimes you do. What did I prep on Sunday? I was cutting some veggies on Sunday. Hold, please. Yeah, so on Sunday, I made chicken satay and broccoli on kebabs, and I did need to prep my broccoli ahead of time. I made sheet pan pork bites, and so I needed to prep my my peppers and my zucchini and all of that to go with that. And that was served with cauliflower rice. I made sheet pan smoked sausage and veggie hash, which is loaded with vegetables, and also served with a side salad, but it has potato, onion, asparagus. It called for carrots in there. I don't love cooked carrots. So I swapped it for zucchini on that one. My slow cooked Mississippi pot roast with mashed potatoes and green beans. Those did not need to be prepped with it because they were things that could just be heated up on cook day. And my slow cooker sweet chili chicken legs were done with roasted broccoli that I prepped ahead, and then rice that I could just heat up on cook day. So you've got it all there. It's whatever you need. Yeah, you're welcome, Ashley. What do the letters mean? Oh, okay. So thank you. So here I've got a B on this one. So when you get your recipes, when you generate your menu, when you pick the recipes that you want to cook, it's going to letter them A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z, however many you picked, right? So I have A, B, and C. So I know that this is recipe A, and I like to label that on my bag, recipe B, recipe C. That way, if I'm not the one getting dinner started, I like to print out my recipes and leave them on my counter. If I'm not the one getting dinner started, the fam can grab it, and I can be like, we're making this one, and they can look and see what it is, and then they grab the right bag. Because like I have 2 chicken dishes. What if they grab the wrong chicken dish and we're trying to do the wrong instructions, right? So they know. So I like to put that in there. Yes, and your sell-by dates. I also put that on there. So on my beef, it says use by 7/1/2023. See that? Use by 7/4/2023. I wrote my dates on the bag, so it's all gonna be good. Yeah, I use a Sharpie. I actually, just in my bag of, keep them. In my box of bags, I keep Sharpies. Just so they're all together, because Sharpies grow legs around here. Do Sharpies grow legs in your world? Sharpies grow legs in my world. So I write them down. Make sure that you don't set your bag Sharpie side down on your counter. Pro tip. May have experienced that before. Any other questions about the 5 dinners, 1 hour prep ahead meal plan system? You're learning so much. I'm so glad, Rochelle. I'm so glad. So if you're not already a member, please consider giving it a try. $26, like you can't beat it. It's less than $3 a week, right? For the next 12 weeks. And use that code 10 off because that's what gets you to $26. And give it a try. But honestly, I'm going out on a limb here. Try the combo plan because you don't want to miss out. You want to try the classic and the clean eating plus those 170 cold lunches. I'm telling you, gold. Complete gold. Thank you so much for posting that code, Reagan. I appreciate that. You haven't mastered it yet. You only did 1 week so far. It takes time. It takes time. I've been doing this for 7 years, but you get faster and easier. It gets faster and easier as you go. And my tips for you would be to read through your recipes. Make sure you pull out all of your ingredients and make sure you put all of your proteins into bags before you start the prep. That way you are not spending time running back and forth, washing your hands 750 times in a meal prep. Those would be my tips for you. At your house, you have too many picky eaters. What do we do for those? This plan. It works. There are so many people with picky eaters. Someone was talking about the fact that they have 3 picky eaters in their house and their family loves this plan. It's really easy to make, excuse me, I have a hiccup, sorry. It's really easy to make modifications however you need and be able to do what it is that you want for them. How many recipes are you allowed to print? As many as you'd like. Do you have to pick them all? No, you don't. You pick whichever ones you want. So as soon as you log in, say you've got the classic plan, there are 60 recipes right there waiting for you in all of their recipe glory, right? And you go through and you're like, this one sounds good, and this one sounds good, and ooh, my family doesn't like fish, but that recipe sounds really good. We're gonna make that one with chicken. And you click the plus sign and it adds it to your menu. And then you're gonna go into your menu and you're gonna adjust your serving size to what's appropriate for your family, whether it's 1.5 or 33, whatever is appropriate for your family. And then it's going to generate your grocery list and it's going to adjust to the sizes and it's going to adjust your measurements on all of your recipes. And then you can print them out or not. I like a printed copy because I like to leave it on the counter. And when I'm live, I like to be able to look at a printed paper. It's just easier for me, but you don't have to print it if you don't want to. And then you're good to go. And like I said, I logged in and created a menu of 5 recipes that I prepped live on Sunday. And then we've been blowing through recipes because it's just crazy town around here right now. And so we've been like doubling up on some days. And I'm like, ooh, I'm going to make 3 more to get us through the rest of the week. So I was like, may as well do that live. And so I came live and I went in and I picked 3 recipes, ordered my groceries. Not gonna lie, ordered Walmart grocery delivery. It was fantastic. And then I could prep my 3 meals. And my groceries showed up while I was working. And I then did the kids shuffle to sports and whatnot. And I came home and I got meals prepped. And now I just don't have to worry about it again for the rest of the week. Are you given a book or a PDF to print out, or is it a weekly thing? It is like, it's a website. So you pick whatever you want. Every month, they're going to add new recipes. But you just go into the website and you click and print as many as you want, or you click and add them to your menu. And then if you want to print, you print them out, or you leave them on your phone, however you would like to do that. So I highly recommend giving it a try. I highly recommend, Rochelle, after you've signed up, you go up to that red button where it says video tutorials. And there are, I think, 3 videos on there. That sounds right. And they're each only a couple minutes long. Take a second and watch those, and it walks you through everything. Awesome. You love that you can choose how many in your servings, right? Because how many hours have been wasted on Pinterest? Not that Pinterest isn't rad, it is. But like, this mama is busy. And I need to get dinner ready. I want my family fed. And I don't want to be in a drive-thru all the time. 1, drive-thrus take forever. 2, they're crazy expensive. Like, not interested, right? And 3, it's not as good of quality of food, in my opinion, right? So I am, not wasting hours on Pinterest, finding the right recipes, only for them to be for the wrong serving size. And then I have to go through and create a grocery list and, but I needed carrots in this recipe and in this recipe and how much and what, and put it together. And instead I just click a button and it adds it and I change my serving size and boom, my grocery list magically appears. And it's divided by where I find things in the grocery store. So if I'm not ordering grocery pickup or grocery delivery like I did today, I can go into the grocery store and be like, I need this from the produce section. I need this from the freezer section. It's amazing. Right, and scrolling through all the ads. Amen. Chinese chicken salad on lunches only. No, the Chinese chicken salad is on the classic plan and it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, I think it was a May recipe. Thanks, Christy. So yeah. Slow cooked barbecue chicken chili tonight, broiled steak with blue cheese potatoes, tangy broiled chicken tenders. And again, out of this week's budget, all of these meals, 9 servings for my family cost me $31.92. So $3.54, that includes all of my sides and everything. Out of this week's budget, I spent $31.92 because I used things that I had on hand, right? If I had to buy everything, it still would have cost me less than $55. And I'm telling you what, my family of 3, we went to Chipotle not too long ago, and my daughter got a burrito. My husband and I each got burrito bowls. I don't know if it matters, but I'm telling you exactly what we got. I don't know if there's a price difference. She got a burrito. We each got burrito bowls, and we each got 3. So we each got a drink, right? Just a regular medium-sized drink. And it cost me $51. So even if I had to buy every single thing, if I didn't have Italian dressing or honey already in my pantry, which I just added honey to my grocery list for next time. That one, next time I need honey, will be added to the cost of my meals. Like, that's when I put it in, is when I have to buy it. And then I pay for it once. It's like $3.50 or whatever that ingredient happens to be. And then it's free to me the rest of the time. But anyway, $51 and for each of us to eat one meal. And instead I spent out of my grocery budget this week, $31.92. And we have 9 servings here. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's so much cheaper. You're gonna need to prep this famous Chinese chicken salad now. It's so good. I'm glad everybody's digging on the Chinese chicken salad. Get that classic plan, but honestly, get the combo. The classic plan is cool, but the combo, epic. Plus 170 cold lunch recipes. All right, you guys, if you don't have any other questions, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna go spend a little time with my kiddo before she heads to bed and talk to my husband because we haven't really had a chance to chat yet today. But if you have any other questions, I would gladly answer them. You too, Reagan. Good night, Reagan. Thanks. All right, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of your evening, and we'll catch you again soon. Bye.